welcome, 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 welcome. It's a pleasure, a privilege, an honor to be with you. I'm grateful to be with you. I'm Dr. Arnold, Nerenberg, 76 years of age. I've been a clinical psychologist for over 45 years. And it's my honor to be able to share with you an extremely important topic. It's the honor model of marriage versus the needs model. The honor model of marriage versus the needs model. So I coined those terms of two types of marriage. A marriage based on honor and a marriage based on needs. In our country at this time, very often it's based on needs. Most of my, you meet my needs, I meet your needs. This is what a lot of the marriages are based on. And then, certainly if in an honor marriage, we're going to talk about what that is. Certainly you want to have your needs met, you want to meet the needs of your spouse. And certainly in a needs-based model, there's some honor going on, but there's more of an emphasis. When we talk about a needs model versus an honor model of marriage, there's certainly an overlap, but there's a very different emphasis. So the needs model is saying, we're getting married to satisfy each other's needs. You're going to satisfy my needs for sex and food and support. I'm going to satisfy your needs to support you, what you want to do, and to give you sexual pleasure and enjoyment in life. And if I need you to cook for me, or you need me to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you. If you need me to go shopping for you, I'm going to do that. On the other hand, you're going to mow the lawn for me. We're going to meet each other's needs. So let's talk about the needs model. So in the needs model, the needs model of the two is more likely to lead to divorce. Because you say, well, you're just not meeting, I have to leave you. Why? Well, you're not meeting my needs. I'm not getting enough attention. You never cook for me. I really thought, my mother always cooked for my father. You don't cook for me. You're just not, the house is a mess. You're not meeting my needs. A lot of times people say I'm not getting enough attention, whatever. So I'm leaving. You're just not meeting my needs. I met somebody who I think will meet my needs. So you follow me? That's the needs model. I've gone through it for 6 months, a year, and I'm convinced that you're never going to meet my needs. And also, you don't really listen to me. I have a need to be listened to. You don't listen. You just seem more concerned about what you want. And it just doesn't meet my needs. You're not doing that, so I have to go. So, and that can be understandable. I'm not saying that that's a totally false accusation. There might be a lot of truth in that they're not getting the needs met, but that's strictly a needs-based marriage. Now, the implication is this. Let's say then that spouse comes down with an illness such that now they can't have sex for some period of time. 6 months, a year, 2 years. They can't have sex. Not meeting my needs. I'm a sexual being. I got to have sex with somebody. I'm normal. I got to leave. You're not doing this for me. I got to go. So a needs-based model, person who goes. It's obvious. An honor-based marriage would be less likely to happen. I'm thinking of a case of a man whose wife had a stroke, and she's now in a convalescent home. And, his life really revolves around taking care of her. She took care of him when he was having issues with, and he goes to see her all the time, takes her for rides, brings her food, and so forth. And, she's not hardly able to speak because she had a stroke and whatnot. And certainly, just her presence is certainly a beautiful thing for him, but it's lonely because she can't talk to him. She can listen. But he's faithful to her. He's not seeing other women. He's faithful to her. He goes to see, he visits. That's an honor marriage. That's an honor. Anybody would respect that. Somebody could say, if he leaves, you say, well, I understand he had to leave, because of this. But that's not as honorable as an honor-based marriage. You say, look, he stayed faithful. He enjoys his wife's company, her smile, just her presence is that meaningful to me. Even though, in a basic sense, the only need that she satisfies is her life force, just to be in her presence, just for the opportunity to be in her presence. is sufficient. But in terms of every other needs, she doesn't cook for him, doesn't clean for him, doesn't do the laundry, can't do, a lot of the things. So, but his needs are being fulfilled in that her presence and just seeing her and seeing her smile and being able to give to her and make her happy. So it's more based on what can I give. So one dimension of the honor marriage is what can I then give? And certainly in both an honor model of marriage and a needs model is certainly companionship. Certainly, it's not only just what the person does, but also who they are. Just their presence itself can be so reassuring. To see their eyes sparkle, or to just hear their voice can be just a beautiful experience. So that need then also to give. So in an honor-based marriage, there's a seeking to fulfill the urge to give. Okay, an honor-based marriage, there's a seeking to fulfill the urge to give. We have a lot of love. This person's receiving my love. That's a beautiful thing. The person's receiving my love. That's an important part. I'd also putting the other person's needs before my own is an important part of an honor-based marriage. Putting your needs first is more important to me than my own. Now, of course, that has to be used carefully because there are some people, if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. My wife, if you give her an inch, she'll give you a mile. So you can't, if you're with a taker, that can be a problem, right? Give them an inch and they just keep expecting and don't give anything. So even in an honor-based marriage, there has to be a certain degree of reasonableness. And but I'm talking within a reasonable situation where you want to give and that person's going to reciprocate, maybe not as much as you are, but reciprocate enough. So it's really an honor-based model as you're looking to, I want to be able to give my love, everything I want to pour everything that I have into this other person. The needs-based marriage is more like I want to get everything I can. I want to get everything I can from this person. I just want you to love me. I want you to care for me. I want you to take care of me. I want you to listen to me. I want this, I want that, I want the other thing. That's more of a needs-based marriage. We're talking about over preponderance of that. Honor-based marriage is I just want to give to you. I just want to be in your presence, enjoy your company, just to be with you, and take care of you. The honor, the privilege of serving you and knowing you. That's more of an honor-based marriage. And again, there's always the receiving, but that's more the emphasis on it. Now, how do you create? How do you strengthen an honor-based marriage? How do you create it? Well, there are 4 commandments of honor, and there's 25 laws of honor. So I want to talk to you about some of the 25 laws of honor that will keep the marriage honorable, to help make it, to bring more honor into the marriage. The first one is, I'm going to start with the laws. You're going to have arguments. You're going to fight over, you're going to fight over stupid things. You are. You're absolutely in a marriage going to fight over dumb things. A day later, a week later, you say, what the heck were we fighting about? I don't remember. You're ready to kill each other over something really dumb. So one thing, in a practical basis, you need to make this determination, okay? This is kind of humorous. Because most of the time, you're going to fight over who's right, who's wrong, who's crazy, and who's stupid. I gave you the keys. No, you didn't give me the keys. I would remember if you gave me the keys. What do you mean? I remember handing it to you. What are you talking about? You saying I'm crazy? You didn't give it to me. Yes, I did. What are you saying? I'm nuts. I remember handing it to you. We're right in the hallway. So you're fighting over who's crazy. So really, the first thing you want to do, and there's nothing honorable in that. You try to make the other person feel crazy. I don't want to feel I'm crazy. I don't want to feel I'm stupid. Hell, I want to make you feel crazy and stupid because I don't want to say I'm wrong, right? A lot of fights are that. There's no honor in trying to make the other person feel stupid or crazy. Is there any honor in that? No. But if in a needs-based marriage, you say, I got to take care of myself, and so I'm not going to let you do that to me. I'll make you feel it. It goes into warfare. Say, no, I'm going to take care of me. I'm not going to feel it. I'll fight to the death. It was you, and if you can't accept that, heck with you. I'm out of here. That's what happened in the story. You don't care what it does to the other person because I'm not going to allow myself to get this bad feeling. But in honor-based marriage, you have this attitude. Okay, and here's the question. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Okay. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? If you say, I want to be happy, then you don't want to kill each other. I want to be happy. Listen, sweetheart, I could have sworn I gave you those keys, but heck, who knows? Maybe I didn't. I thought I could have sworn I did it. I must be losing my mind, but maybe I didn't. And then you're happy. There's the harmony. Because let me tell you something. If you're not getting along with your spouse, I don't care how strong you are, you're not going to be a happy person. You're not. You're just not going to be happy. You cannot be happy when you're not getting along with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife. You're just not. You can be very strong, but there's this nagging something inside of you. Your primary relationship's not right. You got to keep that thing good. Now, the other way of achieving this, I guarantee you that your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife is going to say some nasty stuff to you. They're going to just get angry, or they're going to be upset with you, or they're going to get distant. I mean, 99.9%. There are some people who never argue. I knew this one couple who were married for 80 years and they didn't have one fight, and it turns out they're sharing the same hearing aid. Yeah. Other than that, it's not going to happen. So here's the secret, and one of the laws, the first law of honor, and the first law of honor for strengthening an honor marriage. I refuse to react to your negativity. I will only respond to your vulnerability. Let me say it again because you really want to get this down. I refuse to react to your negativity. I will only respond to your vulnerability. Let me give you an example. This example I like to use. 2-year-old comes up to you wearing his diaper and he's going, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. You look at him and go, you brat, you poop in your diaper and I have to smell it and change it. I hate you, you brat. You don't get caught in that, do you? You say, oh, you say, come here, mijo. I love you. Come here, mijo. I love you. You kiss him. Oh, come here, sweetheart. I love you. Why? Because you're responding to the vulnerability. You know the child felt hurt, maybe felt abandoned or upset that he didn't get something. So it doesn't matter if somebody's 2, 22, or 102. You don't want to react to negativity. You want to respond to the vulnerability. When anybody gets negative by getting angry at you, saying the most god-awful things to you, or they get distant by withdrawing from you and getting aloof, it's because they're vulnerable. 100% of the time, not 99%, 100% of the time the person's vulnerable. They feel hurt, humiliated, neglected, abandoned, inferior, overwhelmed, jealous. Always. You want to learn how to respond to the vulnerability, not to that anger or to that distancing. Now that's a lifelong journey, learning to do that. So the first one is refuse to react to negativity, respond with your vulnerability. The second one of law of honor that's related to that is this. It's not about me, it's nothing personal. It's not about me, it's nothing personal. This person gets angry at a lot of people, not just you, it's not about you. It might be the person's been working too hard, they're sick, they're not feeling well. They're just saying a bunch of stuff. It's not about me. It's not about me. There's nothing personal about this person just shooting off his mouth. It's just saying a bunch of stuff. One, they're vulnerable. And two, it's not about me. It's about them. That they're saying this kind of thing is horrible stuff's coming out, but it's not about me. It's nothing personal. They've talked this way to their brother, their sister, to other people, friends. It's just blow up. This person just blows up. It's not about me. It's nothing personal. And I refuse to react to her negativity or his negativity. I'm just going to respond to the vulnerability. Now, you won't be totally successful in doing that. You're going to get caught up a little bit because they press your buttons. You're going to react. But you're going to also focus on reacting to the vulnerability. So it's going to cut down your stress, and you're going to be able to maintain more of an honor model of marriage. See, in a needs model, you could say, this person is going off on me too much. I'm not going to put up with it. I'm out of here. And some people get to that pretty quickly. Say, I'm not going to put up with this. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up because, I got married or I got into this relationship because I expected to have a lot of love, a lot of good things. And this Of course, you don't want to have it every day, all day long, but, you know, whatever it is, you start saying, you know, I didn't sign up for this. If you can't talk to me respectfully, maybe we should just end this thing. I mean, and that's not an unusual thought, but it's more likely to lead to a divorce or ending it in a needs-based model. An honor-based model won't end it that fast. It still may come to that, but it won't happen as fast. Because the person is saying, I refuse to react to negativity, I respond only to vulnerability, it's not about me, it's nothing personal. Because the love is real. That person loves you and you love that person. But I'll tell you one thing about love. When a person starts getting negative, for that moment, they forget they love you. In fact, you become an enemy. The person that you love and you're crazy about, the person you would die for and die for you, for that moment, a minute, an hour, maybe even a day, if you're really unlucky, it's longer. They forget they love you. They love you, but they forgot it. A lot of times people don't remember their love until they lose the other person or they're about to lose that person. They say, oh my God, I love this person. The person dies and says, oh my God, I loved him, I loved her, oh my God. But then they remember their love. So people do tend to forget it momentarily, okay? Let me tell you who those people are. Ha ha, it's you, it's me. You're the ones. We're not just talking about your boyfriends and girlfriends or husbands and wives. No, you forget it momentarily. So one of the laws of honor is I love you. So you're repeating, I love you. So even though at that moment you're upset, you're also saying, I love you. So you're not forgetting the love. You're not feeling the love. I'm not going to say you feel it, but at least you're thinking, I love you. So at least you're able to hold on, I love you. It's a very powerful thought. So you're not just governed by your feelings. Because your feelings, you get pretty upset. The person's saying some really nasty things to you. They're being unfair. They're accusing you of something or putting you down over something. It's really not good. So you're repeating, I love you. So in an honor-based marriage, an honor model of marriage, you're more likely, you're more inclined to want to use these. In a needs-based marriage, they're more inclined to say, well, screw that. If the person's going to talk like that, and I didn't sign up to have somebody insult me and talk to me like that. Also, in needs-based marriage, the person says, you know, they say to their wife, Jane, I'm going to go have lunch with Dorothy. You know, I want to just go have lunch with her. She says, but, and then she goes and comes back 5 hours later. The wife's upset. So you went out. But, yeah, well, it's my right. You're not going to interfere with my right to have, I'm going to have lunch with my friend. In fact, tomorrow I'm having dinner with her. Well, what do you mean? Well, I need friends. Yeah, I'm going to go out with my friend. I mean, I have needs. You know, you're not everything in my life. I mean, you're important, yeah, but I got to have my friends. This happens to be a female. Or I'm going to go out, and after that, I'm going out with Jose. The next day, we're going to go out to a game. Well, in a needs-based marriage, that's more likely to happen. So I have my needs for my friends, and I'm going to do it. In an honor-based model, they would say, well, it's certainly your right to do it. I mean, it's your, but an honor-based marriage is a very different thing. Let me tell you the difference. Needs-based goes like this. It's my life, my body and my life. I'm going to do, it's my decision. I'm going to do this. It's my life, okay? If I want to have a friend, if I want to go out with Dorothy for lunch, it's not sexual or whatever, I'm going to go with her. If I want to go with Jose the next day to the game, I'm going to go. It's my life. Okay. An honor-based model is this. My life no longer belongs just to me. My life also belongs to you. My life belongs to you because I know whatever I do is going to have a huge impact on you. And so if my going is going to cause you jealousy and upset, I just won't go out. I just won't have lunch with Dorothy or dinner with Dorothy or go with Jose to that game. So in an honor-based marriage, an honor model, it's more you're putting that person's needs first. They're your top priority. We're talking about normal human beings, not somebody that's just a taker and a total narcissist. We're talking normal people now, okay? Normal people. If you're married or going out with a narcissist, that's dangerous because then you only exist to serve their needs. You know, we're talking normal, okay? You know, if that's going to bother you, it's going to make you jealous, I don't have to do that. Or if you and I want to go with Dorothy, we maybe go for lunch. Or if you don't want to, forget it. You don't want me to have my female friends, they don't have to do that. An honor-based marriage is more saying, my life belongs to you as well as me. My life belongs to those who love me. You love me more than anybody. My life belongs to you. That's a very different model, right? Isn't that different? Saying, my life was mine alone, but now it also belongs to you. And your life also belongs to me. Now, some people say that's possessiveness. Well, yeah, it's possessive. And some people say, well, that's wrong. You shouldn't be possessive. Well, forget that. Forget that. That idea is wrong. It's normal to be possessive, and normal to be jealous in a relationship. As long as it's not a crazy thing, we want to lock the person in the closet. Now you're talking pathological. But if you truly love somebody, you care, you can have a certain amount of possessiveness and a certain amount of jealousy towards people of the opposite sex. So in an honor-based marriage, you recognize your life belongs to that person. Also, the sexual thing is extremely important. There's no honor, a man walking along, married to a woman, whether she's by his side or not, and he's checking out other women. He's looking here, he's looking, ooh, look at that, look at that. There's no honor in that, guys. There just isn't. Or a woman checking out, guys. There's no honor in that. No. That sexual fidelity of thought is an important part of an honor-based marriage. Good-looking woman goes this way, you just look this way, guys. Decide wants to check her out, you close it. She's going by, you breathe through your mouth so you're not smelling it through your nostrils. I mean, that's it. You're now, your life is yours, but it also belongs to your woman. Woman, your life belongs to you, belongs to your man. And a needs-based model says, oh, what do you mean? I'm not doing anything. I want to, look at that. Hey, look at that. You know, I'm a normal guy. I want to look, check her out. That's and in a needs-based model, say, that's okay. Needs-based model. You want me to stop looking? Hey, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to look. I'm going to stop. When I'm dead, then I'll stop looking. That's a needs-based. I need to do this. Now, I've seen people take it to a further extreme where they have sex with other people and say, hey, this was going on. It's my body. I want to do it. I mean, that's an extreme. That's practically acceptable to no one. Unless you have what's called an open marriage. And the people who wrote a book on open marriage, the next book they wrote back in the 70s was open divorce. I mean, if you want a marriage that's going to last, you're going to have to get the sexual part down, the fidelity, that your sexuality belongs to your significant other. It does not these other women, other men. Really, they're not yours. I mean, and there's no honor in checking them out. There really is no honor in it. And it's just frustrating. You're not going to have them. And some people, because they want to feed their vanity, want other people to check out, look good, have this person look at her, or this guy look at him, whatever, or this woman, or this man. For their vanity, the thing is, you don't even want a man, you don't even want another woman wanting you. Why? Because it's going to be frustrating her. She's not going to have you, and you're not going to have her, so why? There's no honor in that. A woman, you don't want to have men desiring you. You have your man. Why get these guys frustrated, not going to have you, and you're not going to have them? So to have an honor-based marriage is really important. The sexual energy is really important. And one of the reasons we have such a high divorce rate is because people have not learned how to discipline that. It's a matter of discipline. Now, another important aspect in an honor-based marriage, one of the laws of honor, is extreme respect always. Extreme respect. We're not going respect, extreme respect. So you want to show extreme respect to that other person. Respect isn't just something on the streets or at work, people you don't know, your guests. Extreme respect to your significant other. Extreme respect always. Well, let me tell you the two most important things for strengthening the marriage. One is I love you, so you got this thought going on, I love you, I love you, I love you. That's one of the thoughts, one of the laws of honor. Let me tell you one that's extremely powerful and will keep the marriage strong, and it's one of the laws of honor to be followed in the to be followed in both types of marriage, but it's more likely to be followed in the honor-based marriage. Ready for this one? This is hard on some people's egos, but here's the thought you want to have. When you say it to yourself, it becomes easier to say it to your significant other. Here's the thought. I apologize, please forgive me. I apologize, please forgive me. By repeating that 3 times a day, you're doing that. It's not hard. I know people who have never apologized, or practically never. So by repeating it 3 times a day, you're more likely to say it because you're already saying it to yourself. So if something happens, the person feels hurt or bothered, I apologize, please forgive me. Now, there are 2 types of apologies. One apology, apologizing because you did something wrong. I was wrong, please forgive me, I apologize. I was wrong. The second type of apology is not because you were wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You're apologizing because the person's upset. I apologize that I upset you. I apologize that what I did upset you. I didn't say you did anything wrong. I just apologize. Forgive me that it upset you. You're doing it to take away the hurt. You're doing it so to reduce that person's anger because you care. But you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do a thing. Or matter of fact, they may have done something wrong. I apologize. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to upset you. But you have to be a big enough man or big enough woman to do that. And then good things happen. Good things happen. But the bottom of the honor-based marriage, and it's certainly not the bottom of the needs-based model, is your needs and reality are more important to me than my own. Your needs and reality are more important to me than my own. Your needs and your reality are more important to me than my own. See, in a needs-based model, it's my needs are more important to me than yours. What I want, what I think, that's what matters to me. Why? Because I'm number one. Okay, I'm number one. And you know, you've all heard that, right? I'm number one. Well, once you have that, then you're a needs model of marriage. But an honor model is your needs and your reality are more important to me than my own. Again, we're talking about assuming your spouse is normal, not a narcissistic personality disorder. That person will kill you by just draining you dry if they're a full-blown narcissist. We're talking a normal human being, which most people are. You know, 99% of people are normal, 98%, reasonably normal people. You have a certain percentage that are pathological where you're not gonna be happy with this. And then the other, it's very important in both models, but it's particularly strong in the honor model. Do you know what's lacking in 99.9% of the marriages? You know what's lacking? Gratitude. Gratitude. How many times a man works day and night, his wife's home, there's no gratitude, he brings home the money. Matter of fact, the wife might just feel abandoned. Or the woman's working and the man's home or whatever, and he's not grateful for what she's doing all day. So I'm extremely grateful, thank you. I'm extremely grateful, thank you is another one of the laws I wanted to be repeating. I'm extremely grateful, thank you. So you're thanking that person, I'm grateful, because I want to tell you, I'm sure most of you are not grateful enough to your significant other. And your significant other is not sufficiently grateful to you, but you need to change that. You want to bring your marriage more and more into the honor model. And believe me, as you bring more honor into your significant other, into the relationship, I promise you a much happier state. Honor is the true path to happiness in a marriage. An honor marriage will bring you into a profound sense of peace and contentment and happiness. The needs-based model, you get some of your needs met, and certainly, even an honor-based model, you have your needs, but the emphasis again is on honor. So I strongly advocate the honor model of marriage over the needs model of marriage, and you want to bring yourself in that direction more if you want to have a contented, satisfactory, satisfying, happier life. It's been my privilege, my honor, I'm so happy to have had this opportunity to share this with you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
the sea of destiny is in your deepest struggle. God's will and mine be one, and I wish you well. You are co-creator, respectfully real. There's a way in the valley that turns weakness to steel. We're known through all eternity, from strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. We wish nobody harm, have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow. I pledge my love all the days of my life. I pledge my soul to all that is good. I pledge my heart to my brothers and sisters, who I join in the light, leave a legacy of honor. We're known through all eternity, from strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. We wish nobody harm, have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow.